And hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play. This is Myrokos, and after finally getting a bit of a break available, I thought I'd try to continue the MSQ for a little bit. I don't know how far we're going to get today. I seem to be able to handle sitting still for about 90 minutes at a time, so let's just deal with that. And the reason why we're all the way back out here, outside of being able to see the lovely vista, is I had to step out and check retainers. This of course means that coming back, we are out here at the main gate to Treno, which I guess is fortuitous because it means we get to talk to the NPCs that we can talk to. Treno, I'll always protect you. While you're passing through, you should chuck a coin in that fountain over there. It's supposed to be good luck. Treno has quite a few coin-based superstitions. Comes with the territory of being a trading port, I guess. Come to think of it, I wouldn't be surprised if the fountain thing was started by merchants hoping for good luck with their sales. Which one? Is it that one, or is it one of those? I don't... And then of course we have Aqueduct along here. This is actually quite a pleasant bit of music here. Oh, here's a fountain. Is there something over... Oh wait, this is... Isn't this where we fought? No, that was that previous thing, okay? Okay, they have a little land for... Welcome newcomer, this is our little patch of pasture right here. We raise birds mostly, they give us good supply of eggs and meat, but more importantly, their feathers make the softest pillows. Oh no, I'm getting flashbacks of Dawn Trail MSQ where this is a farm, this is where we store the food. Yeah. Okay. But such is the cost of our muscles grow. Oh, rubble. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Hello. Please don't be offended, but this part of the street is off limits. Not to you, of course. It's just that there's a lot of damage, and it's dangerous for anyone to pass at the moment. In general, you should probably stay away from any of the streets that are in need of repair, or just a suggestion, but please do. Okay. That just makes me wonder what they're hiding. Did you hear we have visitors? Yeah. Bridge Street. So we came this way in the dungeon. Koimi. Are you enjoying the flowers? What we plant doesn't always bloom, but I think lifting everyone's spirits is more than worth the effort to find the seeds that do. Nevertheless, I'm relieved these weren't trampled by the beasts. They took ages to get looking this healthy. Hello, Autumn. Well, be wary of the gazebo over there. These ones are coming along beautifully. Oh, nice. And then I don't think we have much. Okay, yes, here's Pep-Up. So we left off here in the middle of town. Town Hall is pretty impressive, isn't it? I bet you didn't guess that the mayor actually lives there. These days, Miaili also has us using it as an emergency shelter, but the history books say it was originally an auction house. I reckon that's why it's so fancy. Huh. Okay. Good to know. None of the locals we've passed appear terribly distressed. As Sven surmised, incursions must be common occurrence. That must be Lemuel. Heavens, I can smell the herbal aroma from here. Well, you are right next to him. Why, if it isn't our new friends, thanks for making short work of our foes. If you've gone to the trouble of seeking me out, I can only assume it's for a good reason. You want to help me? Odd, but I'll consider it. Before anything else, though. I must insist you drink our signature remedy, Sleepless Rhapsody, everyone's a fan. You may find it the teensiest touch too sour for your tastes, but it'll set you alright. Just tip it down your throat. Okay. Drink the Sleepless Rhapsody under Lemuel's watchful eye. How bad could it be? Oh boy. Oh, I forgot to click on alright. Oh well.
Well, what do you think? It's a traditional Malala recipe.
Refreshing, sour, delicious. I go with that one.
No need to pretend. I'm not that thin-skinned. Just do your best to keep it down.
Yeah, I didn't look that in.
I put in mind of the gelatin I had at the studio. Nutritious, they assured me.
I can relate all too well. It's not unlike the syrup leader used to make. Black as pitch and sour as sin. Though, there's no better cure for fatigue.
You know, Raha, going to bed at a reasonable hour would be the best cure. Oh, that's... I do feel shockingly refreshed.
Perhaps it stimulates the body's ability to process ether and hastens regenerative functions.
Indeed, it does. It also counteracts some of the effects of excess lightning, and helps to calm the nerves besides.
which is why you serve it whenever there's a breach in the barrier.
Our Malala ancestors came from the lushest of lands, so they developed all sorts of natural remedies. We strive to carry on their traditions. And I'm sure you see why. Really hits the spot, doesn't it? Now, welcome to Treno.
Okay, I see how drinking that would be unifying, and it is impressive that they have maintained the tradition here so far from the Malala's native lands. Given its ability to counteract lightning's influence on the body, that remedy could be of use to the people of Alexandria as well. I am certain Lommel would be more than happy to offer it to them. I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? Well, I'm Lommel. That was me announcing our victory earlier, and since grandmother sent you to help with repairs, you'll know I'm her grandson. I'm in charge of resolving any problems the people of Treno may have. My favorite kinds of work include taste testing menu items, carrying medium-sized objects, searching for lost possessions of immense value. Oh, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. You may now enter Mystic Dungeon. Through the trust system, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, no new dialogue. Around the city, Lommel is not yet ready to release you to the sweet meditations of manual labor. Okay. Ah, yes, the repairs. You are certain you want to be put to work? If you've come all the way out to visit us... Oh, something just fell down. Okay, if you've come all the way out to visit us, you must have had more important things in mind, and you've already helped protect the city. Actually, our goal was to ascertain the present state of the Mist Continent. The whole continent? Do you come from across the sea? Not exactly. We've actually come from Alexandria. Alexandria? Are you quite sure? No, sorry, of course you're sure. Would be rude of me to doubt you. It's not every day that we get visitors, let alone from a nation that up and vanished. I know that it must come as something of a shock. But this is our first time in Treno, and we should like to get to know the city and its people. That is why we propose lending a hand to those in need. I see. In that case, why don't you help distribute this remedy to the rest of our people? Ordinarily, everyone would have already come for a cup, but the fiends made quite a mess this time. Might be a while before some can step away from their work. Never fear, though, even if their hands are busy, they'll be more than happy to spare a few words for fascinating folks from afar. Let me guess, all of the people I spoke with. Just guessing. We would appreciate that. Thank you, Lommel. You're the ones doing me a favor, honestly. Here, take this patch. I'll deliver some to Town Hall so you can attend to areas you haven't seen yet. Miaili, Lummel seemed taken aback by mention of Alexandria. Perhaps they had friends or loved ones who disappeared along with it. Why am I getting a feeling that Miali and Lummel are cousins or sibling, whatever, of Kryl? I just got that vibe. If we split up, we can spend more time speaking with the locals, while ensuring everyone receives the remedy promptly. Could you each take a portion? Of course, I haven't had my fill of conversation yet. Rest assured that I can handle pouring liquid into a cup. I too should be glad to dole out a few servings. Wonderful, let me divide this up. Myrokos, why don't you make the rounds of the southern part of the city? Yep. And I shall tend to the north. Right, let's go and acquire some insights. Yep. Back we go. Although the also made me a little suspicious. Ooh, new person. I'm recall seeing this person being able to speak. Did that person just... Okay, there is a door there, but it looked like he ran into a wall. Okay, you must be one of the visitors Lummel mentioned. Odd place to be, visiting now. Sleepless Rhapsody. A grounding herbal remedy formulated to ameliorate the effects of lightning exposure, guaranteed to free weary townsfolk of their torpor. Oh, you came to deliver the remedy. Thank you kindly. I was hauling beast carcasses in for processing and copped a good dose of discharged energy for my troubles. It brought on the Levin sickness, something fierce. Still, we don't go hunting outside the barrier, so we don't want to waste any part of creatures that find their way in. Pelts that are highly charged with lightning ether are the most valuable, of course. Tan them with the right stuff and you can turn them into protective clothing that keeps you from getting zapped. The beasts you felled will all be put to good use. Thanks again. Our histories say that when large creatures broke through the barrier, our bravest fighters would launch themselves onto their backs with the trebuchet. We have you to thank for not needing to revive that tradition today. Okay. Oh, we get to go over here this time. Okay. Now I'm over here. There's a fresh face if ever I saw one, and what's that in your hand? Sleepless Rhapsody, a grounding herbal remedy formulated. Here you go. Oh, don't mind if I do. Safety inspections take priority, but the battle doesn't feel over until I've had a cup of Sleepless Rhapsody. I'm proud to say that I have some small part in preparing it too. The herbs come from my very own growery. One of the greatest discoveries of our time is that seeds carried in by invading creatures can be cultivated into remarkable plants with the potential to mitigate lightning's effects. And with as many hides as we have this time, not to mention stomachs, it's entirely possible we'll find new varieties of herbs among our harvest. The flowers around the city also sprouted from seeds that creatures carried in, so truth be told, I find it difficult to begrudge them their trespass. Okay. You're that mighty monster slayer I saw earlier. It's an honor. Yeah, here's your liquid cup. And you've brought Sleepless Rhapsody, bless you. I'm dead on my feet after that battle. We don't usually have that many beasts breaking through at once. Practice keeps one's skills sharp though, so in a way I'm glad for it, and I learned a thing or two from watching you. Oh, I can hardly wait to get to work on my grimoire. I have a number of ideas for improved geometries. The thoughtful application of new learning is what keeps our ancestors' magic alive and flourishing. Now I must face my true nemesis, circles. They're so hard to draw without making them all wobbly. Ooh, yeah. Did I go this way before? I don't think I've been this way, but... Oh, no, wait, I did. That's the, Yeah, that's this pen. Finished with your supply of remedy as well, have you? I expect the scent will linger on our clothing for days. Between the three of us, we ought to have covered enough area aside from Lummel's. One of the people I spoke with asked me to pass something along to him, but he hasn't returned yet. In the meantime, shall we discuss what we've learned?
Fascinating. I appreciate your thoroughness in recounting the details. I too learned much, as I helped to treat the injured's wounds. The Malala's curative magics appear identical to Sphne's. This means that either her tutor was a Malala as well, or that the art had spread all throughout the Ninth. Then there are the symbols and tomes, which are highly reminiscent of Arcanima. If these elements indeed originated with the arcane geometries of the South Sea Isles, as in the source, 'tis curious that they have developed in so similar a manner on this shard.
Not really.
Mind you don't share that with any other graduates of the Faculty of the Arcane, lest they beat you to publication.
Did you learn aught of note, Raha?
I spoke with one of Treno's storekeepers about how they obtain their supplies. Though they are few and far between, other settlements yet exist on the Mist Continent, with a rail system facilitating the flow of goods between them. Unfortunately, barrier breaches trigger an emergency failsafe on the main line, so the train is presently stopped at a midway point until operations can resume. There are also maritime routes, but they see only occasional use. Often, as now, Treno must make do with what is to hand.
In addition to this constant state of scarcity, much of Treno's populace suffers from Levin sickness, not to mention the frequent attacks on the city and the resulting casualties.
What is it, Armin?
Yet everyone we've spoken with seems undaunted by these hardships. They are not only surviving, they are happy in spite of it all.
Where there is life, there is hope. And when one believes in a better future, a tomorrow even the slightest bit brighter than today, there is naught to be done but build it. Until, stone by stone, the city rises.
A noble city with noble purpose.
Is aught the matter, Lowell?
I think I've dropped something and now I can't find it anywhere. I'm doomed.
Oh, is it this by chance? While I was distributing the remedy, I was asked to pass it along to you.
Yes! That's it! Yes! I'm not doomed.
Is that a tracking device?
You've a keen eye for technology. This thing picks up on the ether of the creatures that get through the barrier.
That explains how you knew when they'd been vanquished.
Exactly. It shouldn't show anything now, but I can switch it on like so.
It's a dragon radar, isn't it?
No, 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 no! She's going to kill me! Say, how'd you like to meet my sister Ayane? She's an electrope engineer, so she knows all sorts of interesting stuff.
I take it she also built that device.
Oh yes, that's my sister. She's a genius. Everyone says so. And she won't kill me in front of other people. Probably. I mean, wouldn't it be interesting to watch her work? Maybe you can even help. It'd be, you know, edifying? Please! I beg you! Please!
I suppose that's that then.
Okay. One wonders how fearsome this Ayane truly is. If Tronos barrier is similar in design to Alexandria's, should we assume that electrope technology is standard here as well? Well, look around you. Electrope is incorporated kind of everywhere. Though we were told it was rather scarce originally. So you have limited integration. Okay, to work, Lummel is vibrating with nervous energy. At the moment, Ayane should be waiting just past that park. Let's be off before anyone changes their mind. Whenever we meet an engineer from some distant land, I can't help but wish to introduce them to our friends at the Ironworks. Such a firestorm of questions there would be. Lemon is sweating rather profusely. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay.
Ah, our visitors. Thanks for lending a hand earlier, but what brings you here? Lummel, what did you do?
You know that, advanced monster tracking, what's it? It may be a teeny tiny bit,
You broke it again? How many times must I tell you that we're running low on electrope? I'm an engineer, not a bloody miracle worker!
I beg your forgiveness. I'm on my knees and everything, see? And since we have guests, can't you let it slide? Just this once?
He dragged you here just so I wouldn't tan his hide, didn't he? You'd never believe he's the elder sibling. I'm so sorry.
Please, don't be. We're glad for the opportunity to meet you. And Lummel mentioned that you might have some work we could assist with.
There are guests, Lummel, not servants. Must we have the manners talk again?
Please don't misunderstand. We asked to help, that we might learn what life is like in Treno. And with your expertise, we also hoped you could tell us more of how the city utilizes electrope.
If that's the way of it, then I'd be happy to share what I know.
When you spoke earlier, it sounded as if Treno had little electrope to spare. It's difficult to procure, I take it.
We never have as much as we need. And much of what we do have is repurposed. You'll find me digging through the scrap heap whenever some vital device or another breaks down. Repairing that old barrier should be our highest priority. But we just don't have enough electrope on hand to do a proper job.
And the longer we go without access to the mine, the worse it'll get. If only we could scare those beasts away.
Flying
Did we
beasts.
not pass through a mine on the way here?
Yep, we did. Indeed, and it should be clear of hazards now. I took care of the beasts in one fell swoop.
Just the one! Incredible!
So, the mine is safe for mining again?
Yep.
Hooray!
Leave the mining to your big brother. All you have to do is fix the tracker.
Yes, very well. If you go, do be careful. And once you get the machinery up and running, make sure to send some electrope over to the barrier service station.
Though we've cleared the mine, there is no telling what else waits outside the barrier. Shall I accompany you?
I'm so glad you asked. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do if I'd had to go alone.
As we did pass through but recently, I expect Raha can keep him safe without our help. In the meantime, shall we assist Ayane with her repair work?
They put one in mind of another pair of siblings we know, don't they? Unfortunately. I entirely forgot to ask your names. Do forgive me. I am Kryl, and this is Myrokos. Accompanying Lommel is Grahatia, our own technology enthusiast. It's lovely to meet you. It feels strange putting you to work, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't need the help. In the wake of an event like this, I presume a great deal of labor is required to restore everything to working order. The volume of fixes that need making is one matter, but I could handle it if it weren't for these legs of mine. The paralysis flares up at the worst times, I swear. I can manage a bit of shuffling from one station to another on a good day, but I usually leave racing around the city to my brother. With him off to the mine, though, someone needs to take care of the lightning sprites. They're drawn to discharges of ether, drawn to the discharged ether of slain creatures. I'd offer you the detector to make tracking them down easier, but seeing as Lommel has managed to break it yet again. I do have this, though. Toss some at a sprite, and you can suppress its ability to sense ether nearby. That usually gets them wandering out of the city towards more fertile ground. So we needn't fight them. We find it safer not to. When threatened, they'll siphon energy from facilities. We need to keep our medical services running, or emit bursts that overload nearby systems. For the same reason, I recommend you stick to thoroughfares that will allow you to spot them well in advance. I would hate for you to be injured while helping us. Understood. We'll want to split up again to cover more ground. Are you ready to go? Might as well. I appreciate the help. I'll be here working on the detector while you're away. Hey. Though you scan the area thoroughly, you see no lightning spikes. Though you scan the area thoroughly, you see no lightning spikes. Still no lightning spikes. Yep. Cutscene. There's gonna be one. Oh, several. Lightning sprites. Time to test your tossing arm and has arrived. What is it on? Chum chum? One chum chums? There we go. You're back. Were there many sprites? Only 3. Just a handful on your route then. Could be worse. Still, it's important to keep the city free of them. We are much obliged. In her heart, Ayane seems concerned for Kryl. Kryl is taking a while. Being new to the city, if something were to happen, she wouldn't know where to go for help. Would you check on her? She started off in the direction of Town Hall. Thankfully, I can confirm she's in no immediate danger. I got the detector running again just now, and it hasn't picked up any new signals. Though there are several diminutive folk about, none appears to be Kryl. Perhaps one of them spotted her passing through. The affable local, of course. You're looking a mite lost there, lad. Aught I can help you with? Have you seen a woman in a yellow hood? I'm looking for a Milala friend of mine. A Milala? Seen quite a few of them today. Yeah, but if she's a friend of yours... I presume you mean Kryl. Had a grand old chat with her earlier. Not to mention she saved my hide. Can't believe I missed that lightning sprite till it was right on top of me. It's thanks to her that I got out unscathed. A bit awkward striking up a conversation after that, and it'd been a while since I talked to anyone I haven't known my whole life. She's a kind lass, good at putting folks at ease. Like Miale, I quite enjoyed telling her about the city. When we were done chatting, she went off towards the canal. She had a touch of melancholy about her, though. Autumn? Better. My cat started walking through cables and stuff and disrupted the audio. When we were done chatting, she went off towards the canal. Had a touch of melancholy about her, though, and I wasn't sure why. Don't think it was something I said, but I knew that if it was, saying more wouldn't help, so I let her go. I reckon she'd welcome the company of a good friend right now. No, wait. talk to the affable local. Good place for pondering that canal. Maybe that's why she went that way. Nope.
Ah, were you looking for me? I only intended to sit down for a moment, but I must have lost track of time. Will you lend me your ear? The source, and the ninth. Someday I will have to decide which one to call home. The thought has lingered like a storm cloud in my mind. I've tried to ignore it, remind myself that we have more important matters to contend with. But I cannot keep drifting between these worlds forever. When I first learned the truth of my past, I assumed it would have no bearing on my future. The source was my home, and the students of Baldessian my purpose. But after meeting my parents, it struck me that to simply choose the source would be to abandon them. And not only them, but a home I could have loved, had my life gone as it should have. That is why I had to learn more of this place, and the me I could have been.
And now that you have, or say nothing. Let her do the talking.
But the more I learn, the less certain I become. Though we are strangers to them, these people have welcomed us as if we are their own. It's like speaking with old friends. And knowing now the challenges they face, what would it say about me if I just left them behind and returned to the source? Is that who I am? Who I was meant to be? Or is this where I belong?
Thank you for listening. I'm a little less afraid to face the answer now, whatever it may be. And when I find it, I hope you'll be there. But we've kept Ayane waiting long enough. Let's hurry back. Considering that they want to use Cryle a lot more, I don't think she's staying. But in that case, why set up the, oh no, are we losing Cryle for fake hype or something like that? Trifling though it was, I feel that the work we've done has helped me gain a better understanding of Treno. The countless small actions taken by myriad people every day are what make a place what it is, after all. I'm glad you're both back safe and sound. Now we can relax until my brother does the same with your friend escorting him. He can't get himself into too much trouble unless he tumbles down the stairs into town again, I suppose. Okay.
That reminds me. The structures near the barrier all seem to be designed for Milala. Is there a reason that those in the center of the city are so much larger?
Oh yes. The center is the oldest part of Treno, built by the Hewn and the Eldite before the Milala came.
So, Treno predates the Milala's arrival?
The mayor at the time was kind enough to take our ancestors in, and gave them leave to establish their own residential quarter.
Yet I have seen naught but Milala since we came to the city. Where did the other peoples go?
Alexandria. In the closing days of the storm surge, when death and destruction were everywhere, they believed it would be safer. Treno didn't have a barrier at first, you see. But one of our industrious brethren had served as tutor in the royal household, and returned to us with knowledge of the barrier's design. It's thanks to him that the city survives to this day.
Might I ask a more personal question? We previously uncovered some records pertaining to the Milala's past. In them, it was written that the Milala left their paradise of eternal summer when a great calamity froze their isles. Understandably, all were not content to leave their homeland behind. Some attempted to return using the same power that had brought them here, but they found the way closed to them. Never again has the golden path opened that allowed their ancestors to flee to safety. Tell me, were that golden path to open once more, and you were to find the Milala homeland restored to its former glory, would you go back?
I'd certainly like to see that paradise of eternal summer for myself. Who wouldn't? But it wouldn't be going back. After all, my one and only home is here. Treno, this run-down, beat-up, beautiful city.
You truly love it, don't you?
Do you know what the speaker said when the Milala came to this place? O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. We never forgot those words. Not my ancestors, nor my grandmother, nor my brother and me. That boundless optimism, that communal spirit, that is Treno. No matter what comes or how hard it gets, we'll choose joy over fear and stand together. There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Nowhere else you'd rather be. Perhaps it really is as simple as listening to your heart.
Grandmother used to tell us stories of the Milala homeland all the time, but it was the part where the ocean froze over that always fascinated me most. The vast open sea turned to ice. Imagine. Toward trouble, Krile is speculating as to the cause of your allies' delayed return. Earlier you said your brother couldn't get into too much trouble if he was with Raha, but how much trouble is that precisely? One would think they ought to have returned by now. Conversely, I hadn't expected to see the two of you again so soon. I take it Miale's curiosity is sated? For the moment. I gave her a brief account of the situation in Alexandria, as well as events involving the key. She was most interested in the latter. In fact, it seems she knew of the relic long before we did, and wishes to discuss it with everyone. Would you be able to join us? I'd love to go straight away, but we are awaiting Raha's return. As we speak, Miale herself is making her rounds through the city. We have time. Alexandria, the kingdom past the mountains, the one that vanished. I had wondered where you lot came from, but that wasn't my first guess, or my fifth for that matter. If the Milala arrived in Treno immediately after fleeing the source, I can understand how its mayor might be privy to knowledge of the key, particularly when that mayor is a Milala herself. I have a mind to re-establish diplomatic relations with Treno, but it goes without saying that there are logistical challenges given our respective locations. The least of these is that any travel would require passage through Tyrol. To begin with, I shall have to consult with Gosan and the Vow of Resolve. I wasn't certain if we should divulge any information concerning the key, but Alexandria's present location is difficult to explain without mentioning it. Fortunately, it turned out for the best.
We're back! The mine is in working order, I'm pleased to say. Electrope is being delivered for the barrier even as we speak.
Have you two finished regaling the mayor?
We have. Though she has her own story to tell. Of the key, in fact. We thought you might like to join us at the...
This is an evacuation alert. All citizens, please proceed to emergency shelters. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelters. The Doom train is approaching. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelters.
The Doom train? Wasn't that one of Lindblom's weapons of war? You know of it? I've never seen it myself, but according to Zelenia, it was an armored vehicle used to transport war beasts to the front. In order to prevent them from running wild ere their deployment, a powerful arcane entity was housed in the engine.
The end of the war didn't slow it one bit. Quite the contrary. Fueled by lightning ether, it's been speeding across the continent ever since. The Doom train and its beasts bring death and destruction everywhere it goes. It's a veritable calamity on rails. It passed near Treno some years ago, claiming many lives, including our parents. I must go and repair the barrier as swiftly as possible. Without it, we haven't got a chance.
You can't be serious! You'll never finish in time, and you'll be right in its path.
I have to try. For Treno.
Yane, no!
It seems my services are required once more.
I'll go with you. Perhaps my knowledge of Electrope will be of use.
I wish I were a fighter like you two. Keep her safe, will you? Please?
While destroying the Doom Train would be preferable, we should seek to delay its advance at the very least.
You can't be thinking of fighting it head-on. That's madness!
Trust me, we can handle this. We have no choice. Well, now I have to do it. Let's go with that one.
If your mind is made up, there may be a way. There's a freight depot not far from us. We can use the train that's stopped there.
Raha mentioned that before, did he not?
The Doom train will have to pass through the depot to reach Treno. And since the evacuation alert was only just triggered, we might be able to reach it first.
So, we commandeer this freight train, match our speed to the enemy's, and use it as a platform from which we launch a sustained counteroffensive. Is that your proposal?
It'd be better than trying to smash the bloody thing before it runs us all over. And if it might save Yane, I'll do whatever it takes. Let me drive the train. That will leave you free to concentrate on the fight.
Lumul.
I need to grab a few things. Meet me by the gate.
But while it's not in our nature to stand idle at a time like this, we should first consider how best to apply our individual skills. If anyone can stop a speeding weapon of war, it's Myrokos, but we must also recognize the threat posed by its company of beasts. If its influence is so powerful that even as it barrels ahead, enthralled creatures continue to follow it, then the train may well gather additional minions as it draws near. There is no telling how many will charge Treno's gates, so we should prepare for the worst. Perhaps Ishtala and I ought to remain on guard here. I'm inclined to agree. Myrokos, while you remove the head of this metal serpent, we will attend to the defense of the city. Among other things, we must do what we can to ensure the citizens get to shelter before the fighting begins. Godspeed. I really could have gone without a Doom Train attack today. Right, the place we're headed is the Bentini Depot. Although Treno has its own railway station, our assailants from earlier left it in need of significant repairs. Thus, we'll be taking a hover cargo. My friend here has volunteered for the mission, and yes, I did explain the dangers. The cargo is equipped with a portable barrier, and frankly, I'm great at my job. I guarantee our safety during the ride. What happens once we get to Bentini? Well, that's your problem. It certainly is. Let me know when you're ready to move out. Really could have gone with a Doom Train attack today. Okay. Where we call home. Lummel is resolved to meet the Doom Train head-on, but would prefer to depart before he can think about it any longer. Ready? Then our fearless operator will help you aboard. We make for Bentini with all haste. Go on, climb aboard. I'll have us there in a flash. Do keep any limbs you're attached to and would like to remain attached to inside the vehicle. Let's go.
This is it. You'll be riding that flat car at the rear of the train. I'll be all the way at the front, pushing her as fast as she can go. The Doom Train moves at breakneck speed. If we're too slow, it will plow right through us. Speaking of which, we'd best get underway before it does just that. Don't forget you're fighting for Ayane. For all of Treno.
This is not the first life-ending battle stake thing that we've done. Using our onboard systems, I should be able to monitor you from the locomotive, and you'll be able to hear me. Okay? Looks like this is what we arrived in. I need to step up for a bit. Okay, and here we go. And then Cat and Autumn said, yes, let's go elsewhere in the house to maybe give him food.
We're in it now! I'm counting on you!
Ooh, crap. Ow. Alright.
The flicker! Torrent! Oh, good luck!
Ah.
Look again! You're right back there! Use the torso panel to get up there!
Oh, this is so little.
How many times are we going to do that?
Whoa, what? Transported.
What is it? You're still aboard, right? Ethereal! Arg!
Ah. And that was one bone snack.
I have to disconnect the car! Quick! Jump on the next one! Thunder! Coming!
Dang it. Ow. Well. Okay. Oh, nah! I swear I can't keep up with this. It's not a thank you for that! Well, at least I'm up there. Ah! Oh, the wrong one! I can't see anything in here. What is it with this expansion and cyclones? that wasn't really fun. There was interesting fight mechanics, but I wouldn't call that fun. But whatever, it's done. Moving on to the next thing.
Phew. No more adventures, thank you. That was enough bravery for a lifetime. But we did it! We stopped the Doom Train. Well, mostly you did. Before we can celebrate, though, we need to make sure Treno's secure. As I feared, stray beasts to the south.
Yep, it's a dragon
I've lost track
radar.
of how many times I've asked you for help, but I need your help again.
Okay, not that bad. Just really annoying. I believe that Ayani will be safe with your comrades while we attend to matters elsewhere. I'll see to the wounded. You try not to join them, alright? Your progress through the battle will be saved. In the event you are defeated, you will be able to try again for the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. Yeah, lovely. 749, item level 735. Okay. Let's give it a try.
No!
Wait, weren't we literally just there?
Can you stand?
Yeah, yes! Thank you so much. There were others being attacked over by the canal. Could you possibly...
Of course, I'll go right away. The rest of you should get to the town hall. I can't leave anyone behind. I won't.
Never make promises you can't keep, Kyle.
Best make sure the evacuation route is clear first. Done. Now to aid those people by the canal.
Oh, I wish I had dash.
Help is on the way!
Okay, balloons. Okay.
There may be other stragglers.
I was so scared I couldn't even move. Silly, isn't it? Ha 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 ha. My wife and I will be able to make it for town hall straight away. You have my word on that. If you're determined to check on everyone, I won't complain, but do be careful. Be careful.
That breeze is awfully warm. Oh no! First things first, the fire.
Oh boy. Oh, this is a
Take a leaf
tricky.
out of Y'shtola's book.
Thank you, my friend. What sort of magic is that? I've never seen the like. Priorities. Yes, I'm going to run away and we can talk about it later. It was you who put out that fire? How will I ever thank you? Now that we know it won't be spreading any further, we can take shelter until
Not a
it's
moment
over.
too soon. I hope that was the worst of it.
Don't jinx it, Cryo. There's always
Of
something.
course. Further out. I'll take care of this. Make for shelter. How many are there?
Okay.
Is that all of them?
Probably not. Nope.
A behemoth!
Ooh. Y'shtola.
Got that rather close.
Thank goodness you're all right.
Ayane has finished the repairs. We need only hold the line until the barrier is in place.
And hold the line we will, together. I can still fight. I can.
Ooh. Wait for this, shall Oh, crap. Ow.
Thunderheads!
Keep away from the clouds. If I never see another storm.
Nowhere is safe with so many of them.
Come on.
Some friendly winds, if you please. It worked! How fortunate that bird made such an impression!
Ooh. Whoa, Grahati, I nearly died there.
The Levin grows more volatile. Something is coming!
Ball lightning! Yishtola, Speen, lend me your strength!
Two of us will disperse these balls of lightning!
Just keep the lightning at bay a little longer! Take cover behind the spriggers! The tide is turning! Press the attack!
Not bad. Interesting use of cryo there.
I must say, that was an incredible performance.
Remind me never to stand in your way. Oh, how you've grown.
Flatterer. What is it?
The barrier is restored. The people of Treno may rest easy once more.
The perimeter is clear, everyone. And thanks to our guests, the Doom Train has been destroyed. Last but not least, Ayane's fixed the barrier. We don't need to worry about beasts anymore. This calls for a celebration.
The Doom Train is gone for good.
That's our Ayane.
They're safe. All of them.
I knew it.
Alila? Kryl. Does the name Alila mean aught to you?
My mother. Did you know her?
Yep. Called it.
I'm sorry, my dear. We should get you patched up before aught else.
Just say it
Alila's
already.
story and that of the key are one and the same. After you've rested and recovered, I'll tell you the tale.
Typical.
You have no cause to fret, I promise you. While Lummel forgot to give the order, bless him. There's work to be done ere we can celebrate. First and foremost, we must see to any injured. Come and find me at Town Hall when you're ready.
Without further delay, then.
You needn't mind me. My injuries are far from severe.
But your curiosity is another matter, is it not? Your feet will deliver you to Myrokos all the swifter if you can actually walk on them.
Oh, here's this interesting bit of lore. But wait. Honestly, you can only do that so many times before people lose interest. Exhaustion aside, Kyle sustained no injuries you need to worry over. To think Miale knew Kyle's mother. Please, Anila is her daughter. I, too, am eager to hear the details. It's grandmother-granddaughter stuff, which makes the siblings good. After that battle, I think we all required a moment. You had better get some rest too. I mean it. Well, I would rather not have tumbled to the pavement in front of half the city, and I'm none the worse for wear, thanks to Ishtala. But what of yourself? Have you any hurts? Can we tend to them now before we see Miyami? Yeah, no new dialogue. Okay, here we go. Into the mist. This is a rather short patch, all things told. And Cryo is ready to hear more from Miali, or is she? Curious, isn't it? I wanted to know more than anything, yet part of me is still terrified. But having come so far, I can't turn from the truth now. Of course you can't. If everyone is feeling up to it, let's go have our answers. I find myself feeling anxious on Kryle's behalf. It's alright, I'm ready to hear it. While the key used to be the main topic of our conversation, there is no telling what else Miale might reveal. I had to convince Lummel would be safe in your company, but it hardens me to see him unharmed nonetheless. Oh, okay. Ah, our new friends. Do you know what grandmother called us here? Both Ayani and I neglected to ask. How are you faring? I hope you've recovered from your brush with the Doom Train, and did I hear something about a behemoth? Yeah, these are I feel like grandchildren in their presence.
There is something about our family that you need to understand. We are descendants of the Speakers of Eld. And I myself am the latest to inherit the role. Even as we do our utmost to ensure our people's welfare in our adopted home, it has ever been our duty to find a means to return whence we came. Alas, our ancestral treasure never did answer our prayers. And that left my elder sister, the previous speaker, mired in doubt. It was then, when she was at her most vulnerable, that preservation reached out to her.
Oh, wow.
The key is none other than that relic, and it has been in the safekeeping of our people since time immemorial.
Yes. When lightning threatened this world, we attempted to use the key to flee again, like our ancestors once did. Alas, no matter what we tried, we couldn't invoke its power. We had all but given up when Preservation approached us with an offer of partnership.
We've heard this part before, from my parents' memories.
Okay. And
My mother
then distant
was your
cousins.
sister.
She was. Which makes you an heir to the Speaker's legacy. The last message I received from your parents said that in order to thwart Preservation's design, they must send away both their daughter and the key. I now understand what became of the former. As for the latter, through conversing with your friends, I gleaned with whom it currently resides.
And is it your wish that we give it back?
We Milala are the people of Treno now. Here is where we've put down our roots. The moment Elila relinquished the key, she relinquished our claim to it as well. But be that as it may, my sister gave up not only her life, but her darling daughter, to prevent its misuse. It is my duty to ensure that its new bearer is worthy. So, should it answer your call as it never did ours, how would you use the key's power?
Good question. To explore worlds yet unknown to us, to save lives and perform other such feats of heroism, I'm still not sure, frankly. I'm curious about this one.
The very fact that you don't have an answer is proof that you understand the weight of this power and do not take it lightly. And what's more, there's your friendship with my niece. I dare say that speaks well of your character.
By the by, do you have any records pertaining to the key here in Treno?
Would that we did. But Delilah took everything with her when she joined Preservation. If aught remains, it would be in Alexandria.
And so we find ourselves returned to our original course.
Shale may have made some progress. Perhaps it's time to bring our visit to an end. But by that, I don't mean to say that I don't feel welcome in Treno. You've all been so kind and accommodating. And in many ways, it's my hometown. It's just that, well,
It's all right, my dear. It is true that some feel bound by blood or birthplace, but I don't believe that your parents would have wanted that for you. They devoted their lives to understanding the key so that future generations would not be burdened by it. As we have chosen Treno, so too should you choose the place you call home. A place where you can bloom and grow with fearless joy.
I will.
We must give you a proper send-off, though. Wait for us by the gate, will you? A word of caution, Keeper of the Key. As you know, it is a relic that has traveled across centuries and worlds, passing through countless hands. Oft beckoning to those ruled by ambition or avarice. Indeed, some have wondered if it chooses its master. But I believe differently. I believe that some inexorable force, call it fate, if you will, ushers it from one bearer to the next. Be wary, for fate's regard now falls upon you.
Was that an aura? Who's that? They ran off in that direction, I believe. So there was someone. Can I speak with Pep up here? I really can't thank you enough for saving us from the Doom Train. You should have heard the cheer from Town Hall at Lamel's announcement. Did you hear it? It was pretty loud. The flowers are still blooming, and we have you to thank for it. I'm afraid I don't have enough words to convey what that means, but I will plant another patch in your honor. Is there anyone? There shouldn't be. There hasn't been usually, but let me just... Oh, well, there are a few people. There you are, don't scare me like that. And yeah. Oh, it's you again. Hello. I apologize for not standing up to greet you. It's nothing personal. When I heard we were safe, my legs gave out, you see. Okay. I can't believe that you lot managed to stop the Doom train, fix the barrier, and come back safe and sound. I did chuck all my pocket change into that the fountain for you. Do you think it helped? We probably would have done it without that, so probably not the wisest thing to do. The crowd looks like she's just seen the first ray of sunlight on a cloudy day. I'm glad she found that which she sought. Lummel and Ayane have gone to some of the other Minala we've met from across the city. I can't believe I have living relatives here, and they make it seem so simple. Maybe it is enough to just be Kryl. If the Milala's records were in Preservation's possession, I doubt they ever relinquished them. That knowledge must await us back in Alexandria.
Thank you all for everything.
We're the ones who should be thanking you. You fought so many times for us.
I've tended to the people's immediate hurts, but see that they receive appropriate care as they recover.
I still can't believe you took down the Doom train. Just like that. You're my hero, truly. And I'm sure Mum and Dad and everyone else we lost will rest easier now that it can never hurt anyone again.
For my part, I cannot thank you enough for supporting my plan for the barrier. Not to mention that we wouldn't even have the electrope to restore it without your aid. I can't wait to see what else we can do now that the mine is back in service. Kryl. O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. Remember that, will you? Whatever shore you choose.
Of course, those words and our people will always be in my heart.
After so long without her, I had begun to forget what my sister was like. Her face, her voice, fading like the mist. All I could remember clearly was her resolve as we parted for the last time. But now I've seen her again. In you, sweetheart. thank you for bringing her back to me. It is a joy to have met you, Kryle.
You too, Aunt Miaili.
I know your home lies far from here, but to us you'll always be family. Come and see us once in a while, won't you?
I will. My comrades have found a treatment for Levin sickness, so I'll bring it to Treno as soon as I can.
My, you certainly have no shortage of accomplished friends. We'll await your return, my dear. Life is full of surprises when one lives in hope. Isn't that right, Delilah?
And in the meantime, we haven't done any studying of the key. Once we are back in Solution 9, you should like to relax with a hot cup of tea. If safe and reliable airship travel to Treno were possible, it would cut down on the length and danger of the journey. Though we're still in the 9th, it hardly feels like it up here. What a wonder. It feels a bit like I'm dreaming, but even should I wake, I'll remember it. I'll remember them. On a practical note, I am more certain than ever that Shale's work will yield vital insights into the key. I look forward to speaking with her when we arrive in Solution 9. If you don't mind, might we first make our way to Resolution? Gosan will be wondering about my absence. Heavens, yes, I apologize for keeping you from your duties for so long. Think nothing of it. I was more than happy to be a part of your adventure, and Gosan will forgive me once I tell him of Treno. Gosan hasn't worn his regulator since his memory was restored. The experience must have affected him deeply. According to the people of Treno, there are yet other settlements in the 9th. We shall have to seek them out one day. We're back. Well, duh, I mean, we are here. Though we learned little about the Ascians, our sojourn was more than worthwhile. Ah, this explains much. I wondered why I had seen neither hide nor hair of your majesty these past days. May I ask where you have been? It's quite a long story. However stalwart, your companions traversing the Mist Continent with no knowledge of what awaited was extraordinarily reckless. That I cannot deny, but it availed us much. We have the opportunity to resume diplomatic relations with a longtime ally. And did I not in fact come to harm, as is, well, that ends well? Should you feel compelled to go on any further excursions in the future, I expect you will notify me beforehand. Yes, of course. It was remiss of me. I apologize. Duty's call is most intense, most insistent. Nevertheless, whenever you require my aid, please do not hesitate to seek it. You're back. How'd it go? Did you find a way down? Yep. Treno. I've heard the name. Incredible that it's sheltered the Milana all this time. What's more, the mayor was able to share the story of the key from her perspective. She believes that the historical documents pertaining to it are stored in Preservation's archives. They could be, though our work isn't done yet. Of course it's not done. We've made progress on the decryption. I was on my way to the containment complex to review the data in situ. In that case, allow me to accompany you, though it may be incomplete. I should like to review the information available. We'll contact you as soon as we've made some sense of it. In the meantime, might I suggest that our Warrior of Light get a good night's sleep or two? You never know what manner of hellish technology will be after us next. On Kryl, I assume you'll be wanting to familiarize yourself with the care and feedings of Porxies. Indeed, while I'm aware of the principles, I was needed elsewhere when the others were treating the Levin afflicted. I shall have to ask Ishtola to instruct me. 'Tis the least I can do for my family. I intend to visit them whenever possible, but my home will always be here in the Source. There's nowhere I'd rather be. Then why dangle the prospect of her leaving? In the meantime, no progress on the key, really beyond what we already knew earlier in Treno.
Now, there is much to be done. With access to the mine restored, I'd like to explore methods to expand our food production systems. I look forward to your insights.
Oh, my poor heart.
I only meant to steal a glimpse while we were in the area. But our eyes definitely met, didn't they? Oh, that's not ideal. Such fearsome instincts to perceive me as a threat in an instant. But I shouldn't be surprised. It's the Source's vaunted hero, after all.
Halmarut!
Oh, dear me! Oh.
Almard? Okay.
One need hardly be the warrior of light to notice you. You're far from subtle. As if the horns and scales weren't enough, you insist upon dressing for another century. Those clothes must be as old as I am. Where is your robe?
You mean the robe that practically announces me as an Ascian? Not that I don't intend to reveal that detail, but it will be at a time of my choosing. Besides, if one of us can't help but draw the eye, it's you. Oh, Calyx, how you've grown. Small, that is. And surprisingly cute-ish.
Put me down.
Jests aside, we will be departing the 9th all too soon. If you wish to say your goodbyes, I could find you a vessel and mold it to match your preferred presentation.
Don't you dare. I will not debase myself by occupying a living body ever again. And in any case, to travel the rift as you do requires the shedding of one's flesh, does it not?
I apologize if I upset you. Your understanding is, in essence, correct. The magics cannot bring a vessel through the rift. Ergo, you must discard it and assume a form of pure ether until you reach the other side. However, that doesn't mean you need discard everything like so much refuse. Using fissures such as this, one can easily send small amounts of matter between reflections. Matter such as your archived memories.
All the more reason to remain as I am. At present, I could pass through a fissure myself. And as this form suffices for surveying the material realm, I see no reason to expend effort searching for a replacement. I wish only to observe. That is enough.
Very well. I shan't press. Nevertheless, odd though you may look, I would encourage you to bid farewell to those to whom you have attachment. For now that you failed, unless our hero changes course, this world is doomed to die.
I had hoped to banish death from their lives. Why should it come to all, whether they will it or no? Why must any accept this burden and grief? It was never about any one person. So no, there are none with whom I would exchange fond farewells. But so long as mankind yet survives, I can hold fast to my faith. That my life's work might again bring someone's salvation.
Hold fast you must, as we press ever onward. For soon it begins, and every world shall tremble. The Winterers must be prepared to outlast the great withering to come.
That's your ominous prediction, is it?
No, it's nature's proclamation. Can't you hear it? It echoes in the silence, left by the will of the star.
With the blows, fate's wandering well for gray clouds, presage winter's chill. Were it not for my ties to the source, I would not be able to treat those afflicted with 11 sickness, nor potentially aid my people in other ways as well, as I very much intend to. There are still so many questions I wish to ask Miale about my parents, and even more I hope to learn about the rest of the family. Warm fare thee wells can ease the sting of partings as we come to terms with an absence not soon forgotten. To tell those we hold dear what they've meant to us and wish them the best, we should seize that chance whensoever we can. Well, that's interesting. So yeah. With that done, I think I will call this stream to a close. Initial thoughts, having completed the MSQ, the stuff with apparent Halmarot is interesting enough. The fact that it's tied to nature, you know, the botanist aspect of stuff is certainly an interesting angle. But I still have no idea what they're talking about then. So yeah, it's like the result could be anything, and it has, you know, while overall it's a better handled, a much tighter story presentation, it's done nothing to change my views about FF14. I mean, basically at this point the only thing left for me to do is try the normal raid, and maybe that's good. I hear whisperings of good things about that. If only I could get more time to try things out. But with that said, if you liked what you saw at any point, please like, share, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Twitch. Like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Hit the notification bells. It's a small thing from each of you, but it helps both of the channels out tremendously. Thank you in advance. And with that, I shall see you anon, friends.